Let's take a look at retaliation. In retaliation cases, an employee is disadvantaged because of having engaged in a protected activity related to civil rights and employment. If civil rights laws are to be more than a hollow pretense, protecting persons who act to uphold their rights or to help others do so is absolutely essential. As with other types of discrimination cases, courts use a structured approach to decide retaliation cases. This method is similar to how disparate treatment pretext cases are analyzed, but here the focus is on mistreatment stemming from an employee's protected activity rather than because of an employee's protected class characteristics. To have a retaliation claim, an employee must first have engaged in protected activity. Participation refers to involvement in the enforcement of an anti-discrimination law, such as by filing a charge, bringing a lawsuit, giving testimony, or assisting in the investigation of a discrimination charge. Opposition refers to resisting or speaking out against discrimination apart from participating in formal enforcement procedures. Opposition might look like complaining about discrimination to supervisors or contacting civil rights organizations. In general, protection against retaliation does not hinge on the correctness of an employee's perceptions of discrimination. However, protection of employees who engage in opposition is more equivocal than protection of employees who participate in formal enforcement process. Employees who oppose their employer's discriminatory practices cannot engage in illegal activities, disrupt the use of work of others, disparage the company's products, or release confidential documents and still be protected from retaliation. To establish a prima facie case of retaliation, the plaintiff must also show that the materially adverse action was taken. Note that this term does not specifically refer to employment opportunity. The final element of a prima facie case of retaliation is evidence of a causal link between engagement in a protected activity and the occurrence of a materially adverse action. A causal link is usually demonstrated by showing that the employer knew about the employee's protected activity and the materially adverse action closely coincided with the employee's protected activity. These elements of a prima facie case reflect the expectation that retaliation will normally be enacted through an employer punishing the same person who spoke out about discrimination. But what if a materially adverse action is taken against someone closely associated with that person instead? If a prima facie case of retaliation is established, the case is analyzed like a pretext case. The employer must articulate a non-retaliatory reason for the decision they made.